You're listening to Biz-Souls, the business podcast with an edge, hosted by me, Rona Lewis, and Jeffrey Hansler. Tune in for perspectives and discoveries about the changing world of business. It's time to connect to the heart, soul, and humor of how business gets done.
All right, so we're going to take a little bit of a tour to see all the nifty things that Hollywood Distillery has. We're going to start with these giant barrels of liquor here, and this is barrel number one. So Larry, tell us when, how, everything.
So this was the very first barrel of bourbon that we made. Barrel number one, the inside it had been charred to the 5th degree, and it was made in May of 2017. And the three partners, we signed the barrel. So that's, we'll probably never bottle that barrel. That's a key.
It's like having your first dollar on the wall.
Exactly.
It's going to be there forever. And look, here's barrel number two with char number 5 as opposed to char number 3. I don't know what the heck the difference is.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay.
We went with the 5, the darkest.
You're gonna go. You're gonna go.
Yeah.
All right. Off we go to the next thing.
Yeah.
And now this is proof that they won this amazing award in 2019, the World Spirits Competition Double Gold, not single,
Double.
but double. So this is incredible, I think. So the San Francisco organic dates.
Yeah, not only dates, but organic dates. It's really important.
So what was the decision to go organic?
Well, because when we went out to the Oasis Date Farm in the Coachella Valley, that's what the guys recommended. So we went with it.
Smart. Go with people who know more than you do about stuff. I think it's really important when you're starting any kind of business not to let your ego get in the way. So well done, Larry.
Yeah, so we took the dates, and the dates, they got pitted, and then they got turned to a date syrup, and that's what went into the fermenter, and that's, the vodka became, it got turned into vodka, and from vodka went into the bottle, and then we won the award. Just that simple.
Simple. Anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. So this is the big wall of stuff. I think that's the scientific thing. So this was a custom-made piece, right?
Correct.
So
all this was done with a carpenter that we had a design in mind, and boom, it was just intended to hold a lot of bottles.
Now I noticed that all these bottles are empty. Are you going to fill them up one day?
It's a very interesting story. When you fill the bottles, that's when the tax comes to have indicated tax on the bottle. So we don't, if all of these had booze in them, it would be a taxable event. So we have to keep the bottles with the booze in the bonded warehouse next door. So we just bring them over here.
So are the colored bottles colored water? What is that?
No. Those have booze in it. This is just for display.
They're very nice bottles. They're very pretty. And I love the little mini. Are those
Mini barrels,
for sale? I want one of those. I don't. Where would I put them? I have no idea. But these, this is great.
We just made some mini barrels just for the fun.
They are.
Cute thing to do.
They are super fun. All right.
Guys are on.
Okay, now we are in the back. We get to see all the special areas where the booze is made, the hooch, I should say. Hooch is made. So tell us about all the different giant things.
So we went to Kentucky, of course, and all this equipment is made in America, which we're very proud of. It's made by Vendome Copper and Brass out of Kentucky. It's one of the oldest, I would say, distillery equipment makers in the United States. That's probably the only 1,000-gallon copper pot still in the United States. We had it custom designed and we had it custom made. I think it took over 2 years to make this thing.
Isn't it pretty?
And, this is a vodka column. This is where the vodka goes from the bottom to the top, not from the top to the bottom.
So what's with the windows?
Well, that's where it gets.
Excuse my back.
It gets distilled. Each one of those is called a light. So
Okay.
it gets distilled 22 times before it goes into the bottle. and that's what we call a spirit safe. So from here it goes into here, and then it goes into one of these totes.
It's kind of like Ghostbusters, the spirit safe.
All
All
these totes have booze in them, and we're going to be bottling it. So as required. Yeah. We all have different batches of booze in them.
Everything in here has a purpose. Unbelievable. Okay, so now we have this giant thing here.
Yeah, that's a cooker. That's where we do the build, the mash build with corn or rye or whatever it is, barley. It all gets cooked into there. We have 2 fermenters. Each fermenter in the back wall there are 1,875 gallon fermenters. We have a hot water tank and cold water tank. And this is a bottling line right here.
So do you have to clean this out?
Yeah, between batches, everything has to be cleaned out.
What do you clean it with?
Just, water, distilled water. That's what the water tanks are for.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
And we can go up there and have a closer look if you like. It's up to you. We have a gin still in the back. We can't mix the gin with anything. And that's it. And there's
gin is very picky, evidently.
Yeah.
It's very small.
And the finished product is over there against the wall.
All right.
So this is our bourbon, 8 years old. It's a little 375. It's a beautiful bottle. We're very proud of it. This is our rye. This is the vodka, the award-winning vodka, and this is our gin.
So how'd you get them on the?
So we were drinking one night, and we decided that we would put the labels on crooked.
I love that.
Because we'd be the only bottle with a crooked label behind the bar. And it started out as a little bit of a joke, and it turned out that we did that throughout the entire line.
I think it's brilliant.
Becoming, part of the personality of the bottle.
Yeah, fantastic.
Very
good. Okay.
Well, I'm more of a vodka guy myself personally, but I've come to acquire a taste for the gin, the bourbon, and the rye as well. So,
he's not a hooch snob. He'll take all of them. So now you have specialty made drinks.
Yeah, we have a couple drinks that we got a group of bartenders together, and we put some drinks together. One of my favorites is the bourbon smash. So we put some stuff together with our bourbon. So every one of our 4 products, we've got a special drink for. Yeah.
Very cool. And then they have their Manhattans. They have their what's the drink with the copper? The mule, the Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule,
Yeah.
I guess we could make.
So it shows you what a big
and a
drinker I
martini too.
Yeah, the martini. So they have their classics as well as their creative new things. Okay. All right. That is it for today. If you are in Hollywood, take the Starline tour. Come to the Hollywood Distillery. Again, tell them Rona sent you. Larry's going to take care of you. They'll all take care of you. They just will take care of you. I promise. Anyway, thank you, Larry.
Pleasure.
This was so much fun. Yeah. This has been Biz-Souls. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the Biz-Souls Podcast with your hosts, Rona Lewis and Jeffrey Hansler. Did you have fun? Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. Talk to you next week.